What's good, fam? Today we back in action, and what we're gonna do is check out this new plugin, Emergent Drums. You already know. Follow me. So, Emergent Drums is a brand new AI, artificially intelligent drum creation device. I don't know what else to call it, but let's just go ahead and jump into it and see what it's all about. So, this is Emergent Drums inside the MPC software. As you can see, it's a pretty plain interface. It doesn't look like there's much going on, but there's a lot you can do inside this simple plugin. Now, for starters, in order to use this program inside the MPC, you want to make sure you go to pad perform, and you want to have your scale set to C major chromatic. That way, all of the pads in Emergent Drums will work. Now that we got it in C major, let's have a closer look at Emergent Drums as far as the plugin. Again, it's a pretty simple interface. You can resize it a bit, so you can make it a lot bigger if you want to, or you can make it much bigger by going to this drop down menu, going to view mode and changing that to large. And it does give you all of the same things in the original interface, but you get to see a little bit more of the real estate. I prefer the compact view, so I'm gonna switch it back. I definitely prefer the simpler interface. As far as the interface works, all of these pads are movable, so if you want to drag and drop them or switch them to different places, you can, to kind of assign them the way that you would expect the drum program layout to be in the MPC. You can kind of mimic that if you want to. Definitely not necessary, but it is a bonus. Now, this small speaker icon acts as a mute button in case you don't want to hear those specific drums, and then it's a play button, or you can simply hit the pad. As you can see, all of the pads are also velocity sensitive. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the fun stuff. In order to activate Emergent Drums random features to generate AI generated sounds, you simply go up here to this icon right here and click regenerate all pads. Again, we get this pop-up that says it will generate new samples for each pad. We're going to click OK. It's going to take a couple of seconds, but then after that, we have all new sounds on each pad. Now we can test each one out. So C1 is a hi-hat, clap. It's an interesting snare right there, or interesting kick right there. Very interesting sound right there. I don't even know what to call that. It's almost like a tom sounding kick. Close to a crowd. Now, at any point, if you hear some samples that you might want to keep, what I like to do is go to the sample editor in the MPC. And it's that weird sound. I kind of want to keep that one. So we're going to go over here, and this is the WAV file for that individual sample. And we're going to drag it, drop it in the MPC. So we got that one locked in. Now, for the rest of these samples, I don't really care for them. So we're going to regenerate them again. All the samples. Let's see what else we got now. I like that snare clap sound right there. Kind of like that kick. I'm going to take these and rearrange them. I'm going to drag that clap right here. I'm going to bring that kick down right next to it. I ain't really worried about the rest of the sounds right now. I think I can work with both of those. So now let's look at the sample editor inside this program. You have a start and the end point if you need to adjust that. I'm not going to mess with that right now. This is the volume, and as you see, when you adjust the volume, the waveform changes with it. So you can see how you're affecting the waveform. This is the attack. So you can kind of change the attack. This is the release. So you can change the release there. Now this right here is kind of a special little thing. This is a soft clipper. Now me personally, I would probably have it somewhere around there. And in this, it's basically an EQ. It doesn't quite look like it, but it's an EQ. These are the high frequencies up here, low frequencies down there. And as you adjusting it, again, you can see how you're affecting the waveform. And then you can pan it to the left or the right if you want to, and also change the pitch. Now, if you wanted to change individual sounds, there's an individual sound that you don't like. We'll go with that. I'll change that. Click that pad to highlight it, and then you can go down here to generate that individual sample. Now you can set it to random or something similar or somewhere in the middle. We'll go somewhere in the middle. Click generate. It's pretty close. Let's try it again. Now it came up with a mean 808. It's a little bit too much on the high end for me. Let's clip it a little bit. Like that. In addition, to be able to generate random samples and customize them a little bit, you can drag every sample out all at once if you wanted to use those to create a unique drum program. Again, we're going to go back to the sample editor, and then we're going to grab this sample icon right here, which will drag out each and every pad all at once. We're going to drop them in the sample editor, and I just put every single sample inside the MPC. Now, not only that, we can go to a new drum program, then we go to program edit, then go to samples, and we can begin assigning our samples. So now I got this kick on one. I'm also going to go over here and layer this kick. Now I got that kick layered with that 808 sound, and it's sounding a little bit heavy, or a lot of bit heavy. You know, that's kind of the thing that you like anyway, right? Now we're gonna scale this hat back a little bit. And now we got a monster kick we just made, all from royalty-free samples and sounds. Now, this plugin has not yet been released to the general public. I have talked to the creators of this plugin, and they are in heavy development and highly open to input. So some of the things that I suggested that they might want to add to this plugin is different play effects, whether that be forward, backward, or a loop setting where it plays back and forth. And I also suggested that this plugin have basic effects installed, maybe like a basic reverb, delay, maybe some compression. Overall, I think the plugin is pretty cool. It does come up with some extremely unique sounds at times that don't always sound like drums, things that you can use for something like a texture or background noise or something like that. In addition to everything I just showed you, this plugin is invite only at this time. I do have a link that will be in the description that will act as an invite code if you want to try it out or if you want to purchase it. I did also suggest that they add in a trial version that people can use for a limited time, but as of right now, that is not available, but that is something that they said that they are working on implementing sometime soon. As I said, that will increase the trustworthiness of the plugin. Now, if I had a rating system for the plugin right now, I would give it about a 6.5 out of 10. And I do think that it has a high ceiling. So if they implement a lot of the improvements that I suggested, along with some of the other things that other people have suggested for this plugin, I think that it can go a long way. That's all I got for now. And as always, I'm out.